Once again, I'm calling Mr. Ali Mohammadi. Well, I think we have a little trouble today. So I do not think that the presenter is with us. Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to do? Well, let us decide, because I know that some people knowing the agenda and they jump to listen to specific papers and presentations when they know the time. So definitely, I wouldn't like to have a gap right now. So maybe we just move the agenda. I believe that those who present here wouldn't mind, definitely. Then we will have 2 papers in the morning missing, and hopefully no papers missing in the afternoon. Yeah, I already mailed him. Sent all the possible things, because I also checked in the when we started. I haven't seen him, but I thought sometimes, you know, someone from the team joins and makes a presentation. But I was a little bit scared because I couldn't find him when we started the conference. Now he's not here. Well, sometimes people make a mistake with timing, you know, just GMT time, etc. But when you're presenting, usually you check again and again. So, well, I already sent him a message. Mr. Dandon asked me, could you just take some time to talk about your online course? Well, I'm not sure if everybody wants to hear it. Christoph suggested to have a coffee cup. Well, okay, let's do it this way. Let's not disturb the agenda. So maybe I can take, we take the break now for half an hour. So take a coffee, whatever, but also let's apply the TRIZ principles. So let's fill in the gaps with some useful information. So what we can do now is we have 30 minutes. One proposal is already there. One question, I can say a little bit about my online courses. And although I do not want to make it very much promotional information, but you can also ask me. So I more would like to focus on how it is done and what's the contents and how people learn. But also, I wouldn't take the whole 30 minutes. So you can also send me any other questions, or not just to me, but someone else, right? So let's make it questions and answers session. If you agree, plus put pluses to the chat, you know how it is. Okay, well, okay, I see that the pluses are coming. Okay, so the easiest way, probably, thank you very much. Then I start with that. I give you some information. And how best to do that? Well, usually we would like to avoid too much commercial information during the conference. It's not a commercial event or marketing event, but probably the best way is if I jump to my website, and because it has all this information. Okay, so I share my screen. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this is where you can see, basically, if you go to my screen and go to training, there is also the sub, which is, let me increase it, which is online training. And here, the whole group of courses I give regarding online. So all is done online. Well, I also have a paper. It was presented at one of the in one of the TRIZfest conferences about 4 years ago, about my experience, because I really started this online training back in 2011. For 2 years, it was just an experiment, and then since 2013, I do this training already on a very regular basis. And like I mentioned, now it is actually, well, my time is split to two types of activities. One is those with customers for which I am paid, and also I'm engaged into projects, commercial projects for customers. And second part of my activity is TRIZ development, participation in associations. You know, I'm in three TRIZ associations. It's quite a lot, and so on. So that part of my activity, which is now, it is almost 100% online training. And well, you can, for example, see my agenda. If you see it, it's like this. Hey, don't worry, it is public agenda. So if you look, it's August, for example, and this is July, and it's June. What it means? Well, my approach to training is, first of all, if you want to learn TRIZ, of course, you can get awareness of TRIZ, which means that you can read books, you can watch videos, you can speak to these conferences. But again, of course, we will understand the basic principles, but you will not become a TRIZ practitioner. A TRIZ practitioner, you become only when you do something yourself. And, you know, back in the USSR, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we had big workshops which lasted the whole month, 8 hours a day. And I participated in 3 such big workshops from different TRIZ teachers who worked directly with Altshuler. And at one workshop, I spent 1 month, and another 1 month, and another, the short 3 months, 1 month too. So it's 160 hours, 180 hours a month. It's a full day. But 90% of these workshops were primarily talking, discussing and explaining and showing the problems solved with TRIZ. But what I was not really happy about, that at all the workshops, my teachers showed, different teachers showed the same problems. And we were solving as our homeworks, which were very little. So let's imagine we had 8 hours in the room, and then only when we went to rest, we had to do our homeworks. You can imagine that after 8 hours of filling your mind with TRIZ, then definitely the energy for homework and your brain for homework was already in a very exhausted state. So when I came here and started my courses in 1995, in the Netherlands, I mean, and other countries of Europe, then, well, I shifted that approach to approximately 50% practice and 50% theory. And today it's also shifted like 30% of theory and about 70% of practice. But what I also found very important, that when you teach educational problems or problems from the books, let's say, this approach is not effective. It is much more effective when people learn on their own, solving on their own problems or doing their own projects. So I completely eliminated the educational problems, which you can find in other books and in other lectures on TRIZ from my curriculum. Of course, I have some cases, I have some examples, but people primarily learn on their own problems and projects. How it is going? For example, if I want to show the process, how it goes. Actually, I do two types of training. One is group training online, but it's corporate training. And the other, I do not create public groups training. Rather than that, anybody can join this training. Yes, you see, I train 3 levels of technology and engineering. And also today I teach 3 levels for TRIZ for business and management. Here in English, there are only 2 levels for business and management. But in Russian, we already have 3 levels, and the 3rd level for business and management will emerge rather soon in English as well. Not this year, but next year. Training here, if you look at the basic TRIZ, so basically it's the contents is rather the same as it's already changed, by the way. Contents of my courses, especially technology courses, completely coincides with TRIZ requirements. So basically, if you learn from these online courses on technology engineering, you can get your certification from TRIZ. Levels 1 and 2 and also 3, but I focus on levels 1 and 2. On level 3, someone else. So this is for technology. Well, this also be advanced. There is combined package, so you can go directly. So what it means is that you join the course and we have individual training with you. What it means, you get access to all the videos. Well, I don't do lectures, I don't do webinars for individual courses, but we directly work with the student. I directly work with the student. Student watch all the lectures. It may be like 16 hours of video lectures based fully on my experience, my examples, etc. And then a person has to do 8 assignments. After doing all the assignments, we have individual meetings with a person. So for example, if a person signs in for a level 1, then I will show you in a second how it works. That's the easiest way. Okay. Yes. For example, let me share this bit of screen. Okay, so okay. Okay, where is that? Oh yeah. Okay. So this is a process. The figures, pictures here. You see, we meet with you to discuss things, ask questions, to get to know each other. And then there are modules, and student obtains the links to watch video. All the videos are on the internet, so a person can watch them anytime. So let's say the first module, and then we might have another session, short session, 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever. I can answer the questions. Then student performs assignments on the subject. There may be 1 or maybe 2 or 3 assignments, and then sends assignments to me. And also he looks or she looks into this agenda, which I just show you, online availability, and makes evaluation e-session. So we meet with the student for maximum 1 hour and evaluate this assignment. And I also answer the questions and provide all the feedback to a student. After it's done, well, student repeats the process. He gets links for the second module, and again, watch the video lectures, performs assignments, sends to me. We meet at the time convenient to a person, to a student. And if we have, let's say, 5 modules, then it's first level has 6 modules. Then we meet not 6, but 4 times, because there are some modules which come together. And then the final assignment. So the project forwards a final report. What is the report? What are homeworks? What are assignments? Let's say at level 1, 4 assignments or 5 assignments are general understanding of TRIZ concepts, TRIZ knowledge. For instance, what are contradictions? What are ideal solutions, ideality? And then starting from assignment 5 to assignment 9, the student works on solving his own problem. This is level 1. For each assignment, the student prepares a PowerPoint presentation, which he sends to me. And every time, of course, I do not evaluate the whole report because it's been already done during this cycle. And only the last session, I evaluate the final assignment. And if it's done, the student is granted certification. That's how it works. Well, the same is for level 2, and the same is for level 3. So, like I said, I started in 2013, and last 1.5 years, well, you could see it in my agenda that once you become a student, you also get access to it. And okay, where is that? Every time it's not easy to find. Too many screens. Oh, where is that? Just was there. It is here. Yes. There's a secret. It disappeared from my, somehow. I don't know why. Maybe it's the old one, but it's not what I want. Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah. So again, coming back, a student gets access to this. So this, you can see amount of my work, which is done individually, but also there are corporate trainings. With the corporate training, I do the same, but then people, for instance, if I have 15 persons to train online, they are split into groups by 3-4 persons. And the session comes not individually with a person, but the session comes with a group of 3 or 4 persons. So you can see here how it works. Okay, so, well, how much I've done. Oof, now it's even say like during since March of last year, when the pandemic started, a pool of my trained student was online, and this way now is more than 340 or something. I strongly believe in this individual approach and working on your own problems. Why? Because again, as you know, the devil is in details. When you solve problems which was before solved by someone else, not from your area, you miss a lot of details. You are not a specialist in that area. However, when you take your own problem, you know it. You are a specialist. And for example, if you want to try to find an ideal solution, you must know the details. If you don't know details, how would you find the ideal solution? That's my philosophy of training. All right, there are some questions. Maybe I will have a look now, because it's already time coming for the next presentation. Let me check which questions you have. Okay. Okay. It would be nice to see the plan structure of the course and mini apps of your online thing. Mini apps. I don't know what is this many apps. I don't have many apps. For example, to go through a level 1 course, you need to spend in total, let's say 16 hours for video lectures, 6 hours on 4, 5, 6 hours on meeting with me. So you see, it's already 20 hours, and then homework like 8 hours in total. So it's about 30 hours, and it's split because this is individual training. There are no strict deadlines, so you could go as flexible as you wish. The only
so sorry, Valeri, I wasn't explicit enough. This is Siegfried. I was thinking of the pockets of knowledge. I confused that.
No, I don't do pocket. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
as you can see
that was my
here,
misunderstanding.
if you look here, I also give shorter courses. This is for those who wants to get deeper into a certain TRIZ aspect, you see. Oh, by the way, there is a great course people love on systematic creative imagination development, which is largely missed in TRIZ community, TRIZ training, but I've been giving it for many years already. Well, there is only inventive principles or substance field modeling or RC plus or ECM. So these are courses. Either like this course can be taken by anyone, any person, even a kid, 10 years old. But the others, of course, they go deeper into the understanding. So these are maybe like pockets, by the way. And that's exactly what yesterday Oleg Fagenson meant, that you might learn it by the pieces and then bring pieces together as a puzzle. Okay. Dandon, I met you at a conference site. I also try to make free time to talk about, definitely, you know how to reach me. It's we can have a teleconference. By the way, all these sessions are going in Zoom, which you've seen on this calendar. It's all Zoom or Microsoft Teams primarily. But you see, it's interesting because these are building up. If you look back, you see how busy I was. So people said that pandemic was, you see, pandemic for me was working almost 24 hours a day. People jumped, you know. That's, if you're a TRIZ person, you use the opportunity. When people had to stay at home to be in a lockdown, well, then I had a lot of fun, you see, too, with my customers. All right. So the place of learning depends on learners mostly. The pace, yes. With a basic course like this, yeah, 20 basic typically takes how much days in total? I told you how many sessions a learner could meet you in discussion. I already mentioned, yeah. It's video lectures which are available all the time. These are sessions with me, which are shown right now, which are planned by you, and each session is 1 hour. If necessary, we can have as many sessions as possible. That doesn't influence the price. But my goal is to make sure that a person gets a competence which I expect from him to get. And if we need 10 sessions, we will have 10 sessions. Okay. Is there any specific time period for joining your training courses? You can join anytime. Definitely. And we can start course even 3 days later, or usually within 2 weeks, because my agenda is pretty heavy. Okay. Is couple training recommended or individual training preferred? If we can find somebody to learn together. Excellent. That's the best idea, you know. A B system is always better than a mono system. But in that case, a poly system is not that good. So I have many couples actually who join my training, right? There is a like 10% discount, not much, but because I work still with, if people work, they could work either on one problem or 2 problems, but most, of course, prefer 2 problems. But this is a synergy. This really works better. And even TRIZ consultants or TRIZ trainers, they always work better when I work in a B system. What a protocol? I mean, okay, yeah, definitely, Siegfried, you already explained it. Okay, I think I must shut down this promotion right now. I'm also started last year. Actually, before pandemic, I decided to go back to Russian language. For 20 years, I was speaking English only, doing only assignments, projects, and trainings in, yeah, you've seen in how many countries, more than 70. But well, back in 2019, suddenly decided to also do the Russian course because demand for Russian-speaking community. It's not just community, not only Russia. Well, in Belarus, Ukraine, all over the world, there are lots of millions of people actually speaking Russian language. And now I'm completely overwhelmed by the demand, especially for business trees. You know, basically, you know, a while ago, I decided not to develop big company as before. I decided to stay small because, well, there is a big contradiction. If you are managing a big company, then all the time you spend on managing a big company, and not all the people are of your competence level. So you also need to bring that people to your competence level if you expect them to be good at the marketplace. So I decided to work alone because, no, primarily alone. Of course, I work with groups of people. I work with associations. I work in my company is a center, and there are around 12 other companies with whom I work, people of whom I could assign on projects and so on. But working, well, in my companies, there are 3 persons only. Working alone, I'm kind of developing my own brand because I have my vision, especially on business trees. You know, I started this direction about 20 years ago, and now it's a great package. Tomorrow I will be talking about it, by the way. And it gives me a possibility to do what I want, to be 100% managing myself, and gives me an opportunity to develop things further. If I would be working for a big company or even owning a big company, I wouldn't have the time at all. Okay, there are some more questions from Nikolai. Yes, and Nikolai also does TRIZ business online training for engineers. Nikolai will be doing presentation today at the end of the day. Please welcome. You used from Duandon, used to have a summer TRIZ 2-week course for students coming to Twente. Do you still keep this course? Yes, we do. This course already lasts 20 years. Actually, it's official TRIZ course for bachelor's and masters. If you go to my website, you can see what it is. Oh, actually, you're right here. I had this one. Why it is in July? It is in July because, by the way, pictures from my summer courses. Yeah, the summer course, TRIZ fundamentals. Yeah. These are usually bachelors. The maximum people on the course persons is 50. It's official course of the university for master and bachelor students, and you obtain European credits if you pass this course. It is 2 weeks plus then 52 hours in September, October, about 80 persons. So this time it was, you see, and it was online. Last 2 years, due to here in the Netherlands, we have rather strict lockdown requirements. So both last years I did it online, which is difficult, you know, when you have a group of 50 persons. We also have people, you can see that there are some students which do not really look like students. Well, every time we allow 7-8 persons from industry, from anywhere from the world, to join this course. And then students work in groups. And these people who already come with experience, they join each group, each person. And these people already share their experiences, their problems. So students work with experts in the field and solve real problems. And yes, it's up. But if you want to join, you need to. We still have these 8 seats, but you must join rather in advance, because every year this course is overbooked. There are more students signing in for a course than we can afford. Okay. Nikolai Shpakovsky. So I don't know Russian. Yes, Nikolai Shpakovsky, Mr. Nikolai Shpakovsky. You can hear his presentation. It will be today at the final part of the day. And he will be talking about online system that they developed for Samsung, and I believe, which is also used today in their online courses. All right.